おい、一人で死んでるよ。ちょっとけど、その前にまあ、愛を漁るね。大したの持ってないな。で、援護してあげる。横になる。おしゃべりタイム。
Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
ああ、燃えてますね。
Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
やはり考えてますよ。
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells.
どうしてこんなに燃えてんのかな、体の中。この人だけなのかな。この種族の人はみんなそうなのかな。
Just don't get too close till I found a way to calm it down.
熱はね、もったいないからね。何かのエネルギーにした方が。あ、これ気になりますね。
And a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling.He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him.
よし、ダモンのことかも。ちょっと記憶にないんだけど選択肢にあるからこれ選んでみますね。
Not sure if he's the guy, but I'd love to find out.A tune-up would do this rusty heart a world of good.
わあ、いっぱいあるな。なんだす。ロングソードスキル。さばきの剣。これ強そう。グレートソード。あ、いいね。いいね。強いし、これ主人公に持たせよう。ティアのカゴ。ティアのカゴって何？アーマークラス2を上げる。すごい強い。すぐ持ってもらいましょうか。剣はどこだ？ここか。あれ？両手用？あ、両手用か。両手用じゃない方がいいな。エメラルドの森周辺で野営地に行ってで、そしたら次のクエストに進みましょうか。結構みんなボロボロだしね。HP も少ないし魔法もないし。よし、開門。はい、どうも。思ったけど、ここになんかそういえばじゃあね、ダモン君と喋ってみようか。
こん
にちは。
What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the hells. Enlisted against my will by the archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. keeps me burning.
ああ、この人だけなんだね。カーラックさんだけなんだ。この体が熱くなるのは。
Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demano valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement.
全然わかんないけどなんかすごいんだね。
I'd need infernal iron and a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Ernest. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
あ、よくあるパターンですね。いつまで持つかわからない。
Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please. I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
どこにあるんですか？
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
教えてくれないのかな。うわあ、欲しいものがいっぱいあるな。まあ買えないんだけどね。1個だけ買おうかな。しみっただがプラス1。ハンドアックス。ライトクロスボウ。無理のショートボウ。480円だからな。高いよな。けどまあ買っとこうかな。一応お金なんてね、そんな使いどころ多くないだろうし、差額を払う。どうだい？よし、パチ。じゃ。
Forged from the heart.
ありがとうございます。よいしょ。じゃあ装備。お、それっぽくなってきた。かっこよすぎる気がするな。
How fares the search? Maybe, but I'd need infernal iron and a prayer that my hammer will survive the work.
探します。で、来てたのは売っちゃう。いや、まあいいか。あ、ネズミくん。よし、じゃあこの辺がね、どうにかしていけると思うんだけど、どうやったらいけるのかがよく分かんなくて気になるんですよね。帰ってきた。お、軽やかにステップしてますね、カーラックちゃん。
Soldier. The year, 10 air. The place, a sleepy little town called BaldursGate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected, A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual.
若か
Through
っ
the
た
jigs
ね。
and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus.
あ、ザリエルはやっぱり個人名ですね。
Set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every
何
pie.
にでも口を突っ込む
I
ボ
guess
ス
I
で
was
すね、きっと
naive
ね。
to think
そんなタイ
everything
プ
he
の
got
人
up
だ。
to was above board. What did I know?
で、お金と名声をかっさらっちゃうタイプかな。
With people I liked, doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
言ったビールとかね。
Gives me energy, power. But you've seen it in action.
うん。
Very hard
確
to
かに
control.
ね。うわーって走り回ってたもんね。
Angry, nervous, delighted, enticed. I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
うんうん。
Agonizing. God's
辛い
I
んだ、
wouldn't give
か
for
わ
a
いそう。
hug. A pat, anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly. Oh well. Can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least.
うん。やっぱカーラックちゃん、いいな、かわいいな。まあ、言ってることがね、すごくわかりやすい、なんか感情的でいいですね。これいっぱい入ってる？あ、やっぱりいっぱい入ってますね。9の帽子。あ、そっか、これはいいのか。この辺は売っちゃおうかな。どうせ使わないよね、きっと。使いたいって思う頃がもし出てきたとしても、なんかマジック武器もうすでに持ってそうな気がするから。ペンシャツ。これのあれだね。きっとシャドウハートちゃんの初期装備のような気がするから、ちょっとこれは置いとこう。卑劣な帽子は1個持ってたから。で、本も同じ本はいらないけど、ないかな？うん。
Karlak's temper is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
特にやっぱりみんなこう吹き出しマーク、びっくりマークがないと会話は進まないかな。
How can I help?
いや、まだ大丈夫です。じゃあ寝ましょうか。イベントも進むな。ウィルのイベントが進みそうな気がするから。そうだよね。ジャーナル更新ってなってから。
Hell's fire. She's coming.
誰だ？またデーモンか？デーモンだね。あー、黒い。あー、悪そう。
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
うん、君は、なんだっけ、なんとか。
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret?
ミゾーラ。誰だ？
Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power.
なるほど。
My pet's been
悪魔と契約して
and his
強いパワーを
leash needs a
持ってるんですね。
We had a deal, Will.
あ、
But Karlak's still
カーラッ
breathing.
クを殺す代わ
I've
り
taken
に
more pleasant shits than you, Mizora, and at least those can be buried after.
力をもらったん
That's
だ
no
ね。
kind of talk
けど約束を保護にしてるから、
By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
ん
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each
あ
layer
あ、
of
ちょっとこ
the
こでウィル
hells,
さんをなくすわけにはいかないんだけど、ちょっとなんとかなりませんかね。ダイスでこう勝負しません。お、あれこれでいいの？
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
これはかわいそうでしょうな。
Let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
悪魔になっちゃった。そして消えちゃった。ちょっと。どうすんのさ、これ。
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for
う
it.
ん、間違ってな
I'll
い
be hunting
かもし
devils
れない
and
けど。
demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not
悪魔になっ
not
たら。
Zariel's victims, not innocent tieflings.
うん。悪魔になると何が起きるんでしょうね。ちょっと会話の履歴を。なるほど、なるほど。そっか、騙されちゃったんだね。カーラックさんはもうひどいやつだって聞かされたんだね。ここがわかんないな。ミゾーラとの契約を置いてラファエルのことを計画したのか。ラファエルって誰でしたっけ？勉強の刃に説明してもらうことができた。これもちょっと言ってる意味がわかんないですね。
But it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this.
The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
ウィルさんもちょっと話が難しいんだな。
Well met. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks.
痛いっ
I
て
feel
こと
these
苦しい
ridges
ってことか
snaking down my
な。
neck. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
あ、ハンサムはハンサムですね。
I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose
あ
I'll
あ、け
grow
ど
used
君はいつでも
to
結構本当にハンサム
horns
だ
and
よ。
all.
どの角度
The
から見て
people
も
will。see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the blade of frontiers again.
こんなんなっちゃったけど人を守るぜってことなのかな。
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights.
みんな何か問
I
題を
don't
持っ
have
て
a
るんだ
clue
ね。
where
そ
to
れ助けてあげればいい
start
の
other
か
than
な。
play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
そうだね。何からやったらいいのかな。
It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My
なんかある
contract
かも
is
しれない。
very
一緒に
clear.
探そう。
I can bring
ね。
Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our
Oh.
backs and the worms in our
みんな
heads.
頭の中に虫がいるからね。
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
頑張りましょう。いやー、大変だな、ウィルさんも。
Feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
アスタリオン君、なんか意見はありますか？
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
特にないね、きっとね、みんなね。よし。あ、カーラックは喋りたそう。いやー、いいなー、いい。心根っぷりですね。気持ちいいかな。
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
いいやつは一番かもしれないです
When he
ね
was。chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
それだけかい、君の喋りたかったことは。他にないのかい？
Copper for your thoughts.
どうかしたって聞かれちゃったからね。
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
追ってく
I
るのか
don't
な？
know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
といいな。シャドウハートちゃんは何かコメントありますか？ウィルさんに。
Pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects. Fine.
なんでこのシャドウハートちゃんって今日の3番目のこの一番上の選択肢があったんでしょうね。これまではどうですかって。
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
確かパラメーターになんか印象度みたいなのがあったような気がしたけどな。
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
関係はそこそこだ。キャラクターのアバターへの信頼度はこれから変動する。
A hero at heart.
Hey, good looking.
なんかシャドウハートちゃんはあれ関係はこの4人しか見れないのかな。パーティーに入っている。
Sharp as ever.
まあいっか。ちょっと
Have a lot on my mind.
よし、じゃあ寝よう。結構バルダーズゲートは戦っているよりもこうやって会話してたりこう探索するのが多いゲームなんだっていうのがなんか分かってきましたね。美味しいものはちょっと置いといて。イスバンクって何これ。お、いやまあいいか。よし、